jeez. I seemed so upset. I was like, oh my god, someone stole her purse. The story behind North Shore. You know, you're freaking me out, dude. I don't know if everyone from Calgary would agree with this, but being from Canada and not really getting to go to the beach until I was like a teenager, like, you know, like California or Florida or whatever, like, I always thought it would be so cool to be a beach kid. Like, to feel comfortable in a bathing suit, you know, like to have a tan, you know, to like swim and not ever at any point almost drown or have snot coming out of your face, like just to have my hair naturally lighten over the summer. You know, I wanted to be one of those kids, and I just wasn't one of those kids. And part of my dream, my banger dream, was to learn how to surf. And I watched this movie once. I watched this movie called North Shore. There's an actual movie called North Shore, and it's about a guy. I'll just tell you a short synopsis of it, but it's about. It's short. It's gonna be short. So this one time, okay. So he basically wins an indoor surfing competition and then goes to Hawaii to surf the North Shore and almost drowns, and then he learns how to become one with the ocean, and then he gets a Hawaiian girlfriend, and then he becomes an amazing surfer. And I was like, that's my dream. So I wrote a list of all the things. I had just started a new relationship, and I was feeling like I might become this neurotic human being. And I wrote a list of all the things that I wasn't going to do in the relationship, and then set it to music while I watched North Shore. So I was scoring the movie with my list of neurosis. So wow, I really do just offer up like everything. Like, you can't listen to it. Thanks for the question.
You in the black shirt and the Tegan Sara t-shirt, yeah. Do you have a letter that you want to give us? Why don't you just give us the letter and let's not worry about what the answer to the question was.
All right, another question. You in the white sweater. Sorry, can you say that again a little bit louder?
First off, to any aspiring musicians, what advice would you give them? And second, birthday.
Happy birthday.
And to anyone else that's having a birthday this year as well. Happy fucking birthday.
That's how we say happy birthday in our band. We shouldn't use that.
Sorry. God. Anyway, your other question, do we have advice to people who are aspiring musicians, stuff like that? Kind of, but it's pretty complicated, but here's just a general overview is that this is my new thing that I say, is that no matter how successful you get, it gets harder. So it's the flow chart that you imagine in your mind when you're imagining success, is that, you know, you get more successful, it gets easier because you know, Fight Club and the hot tubs and like letters from adorable fans and like those types of things. But the truth is that the workload gets more. And just like any job, I think that when you become more successful, you have more responsibility and you have more things that you have to do, and you have more opportunities and those types of things. So I think that, you know, when people are imagining that they want to be in a band and they want to play music and they want to be a performer, it's still work. So, and this sounds so stupid, but there are so many people I think that are fantastic musicians, but the idea of turning their music into a job isn't in their heart probably what they really want. And I always tell people that it's totally okay to want to be a musician and be successful and have people listen to your music, but not necessarily want to have that be your job. And it's still a job, even when it's amazing and remarkable and spectacular and you're having the time of your life and you're just, you know, it can be so amazing, but it's still a job, you know? And so I tell a lot of a lot of the people that I'm friends with, who I work with, who are in startup bands and that sort of thing, that you have to sort of like build this stamina because it's about sustainability. It's not really, you don't ever like arrive and then you just coast. It doesn't really, I mean, it might happen to other people, but it didn't happen to us. And it's fine because it's exciting and challenging and always new, but that's what I always say to people, you know? Are you a musician? Do you think you have what it takes?
Bring her up!
Do you ever watch things like The Voice and America's Next Top Talent Model? I always watch those shows and think, oh my god, it's like it's so they're so spectacular. They even get to me. Do you feel like that ever? You watch those shows. Those people that are on those shows are so great. But then I also just think to myself, like, there's something so wonderful about just not starting here and just kind of starting here. Like, there is something about that I think is really cool. And when you kind of start up here, it's so much harder to sustain that, you know. But good luck with it. Good luck. Okay, yes, you with the books in your arms. You're working so hard. So.
I just want to say that you guys are truly inspirational, and I admire you guys.
Thank you.
And not so much because you guys are rock stars, but so much that you guys work hard and follow your dreams. And my question is, please sign a book.
Can we sign your book?
Yeah.
That's gonna start. It's gonna be like, he got his book signed, and I got my book.
It's your book.
I mean, let's take a vote. Will everyone be upset if we only sign that one book? No. Majority says no. Come on down.
Okay, we're gonna take maybe just a couple more because we don't want things to go on too long here. Yes, in the front row, ish. Second row. The weirdest thing? Well, man, I mean, one time someone made us shoes out of duct tape, but they like fit. Like they were like to scale. It's a lot of work. Like they were size 7, so I just told you my shoe size. Don't buy me shoes, don't send me shoes. Did you just get a drink on this? Why are you like living it up? Okay, we get a lot of really, really amazing stuff. It goes to a post office box, but they send it all to me, and after a security team goes through it, because people do send weird stuff too. People are weird. But anyway, but the stuff that's safe comes to me, and we get a lot of books mainly, but someone made us a board game, but it was a Tegan and Sara board game, and it was us and our band, and we were the players on the board game, and someone also made us a video game of ourselves.
I feel like there was a DVD that we put out a couple years ago where someone made marionettes and then did a film, a documentary. It had subtitles. It was amazing.
Yeah, like so much cool stuff. Like people are so creative and interesting. In fact,
Yeah.
just very cool. Yeah, it's so amazing. So with the hat.
I'm just wondering if there's any music off the, like any songs off the ancient albums you think about, you kind of want to go back and rework, or you just still think about, go like, man, I could do that song better now. Kind of like how you reworked This Is Everything.
Yeah. I like how you called them the ancient records. That's perfect. Like we call it the old record.
Couldn't feel older.
Records, but ancient is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back when there wasn't electricity and you were running
I like revamping our old stuff. Sarah's more opposed to it.
I think that it's not okay. I wish there was a button that I could access.
Oh god.
And if I push the button, if I just push the button, it erases everything. So all
Just
the
about
pictures
us.
on the internet, all the songs we've ever written, everything. Just start from scratch. Okay, but the memory is still there. That's where it gets complicated.
People are horrified. Look at
know.
their faces. Shut up. They're horrified.
I know.
I think it would be really interesting to go out and tour some of our ancient records, like front to back. But
with people who are actually ancient. Like, we dress everyone up like olden times. Like, we get everyone to have like super gray hair, and then we just make them old, and they have walkers, and it's just like.
Thank you for your
a couple
question.
more questions. Okay, up front here. Well, we took piano lessons when we were, kids, but we probably started to write songs maybe like 14 or 15. Mom? My mom's gonna be like, oh shit, I don't know, 8?
How old were when we started playing piano?
8.
We started young. We were in boot camp, yes. One of the three of you decide amongst each other.
Fight Club.
Okay, have you decided? Are you still friends? Yeah. A little bit louder. Oh, I'm so sorry that it's your birthday and that I won't be playing my number. Oh. I hate it when that happens. I don't want to ruin your birthday. You could, I don't want to say this with the kids in the head, but like you could like suggest that something bad would happen to me and I still couldn't remember that song. Like off the top of my head, like I would need to like go and be like, guys, be back in 20 minutes, and I'd have to like Google it and then like play along with the scene. Like it would be a mess.
It's true, it would be a mess. Okay, in the
But I
hat.
hope this was enough.
You can go.
Happy birthday.
Questions. First
Yeah.
of all, are
Yes.
you guys maybe gonna stop at Folk Fest over the summer?
We are not. In Calgary? Absolutely not. No, I'm sorry. I know, there are no
That
surprises.
was the way that you said that.
No, not in a bad way. No, it's like, yeah, there's no chance. I don't even know when that's happening. It's not a surprise.
And second of all, like, what do you guys do when you've like had like a really shitty week or like a day? Like, what do you guys do like when you like having one of those days to make you feel better?
I said this last night. This is my remedy if you don't want to go the traditional route of therapy and drugs, talking out, working. A bottle of rosé when you're of age. A bottle of rosé and The West Wing. For like 6 seasons, so that takes about 3 months.
I like to go to yoga. I find that works well too. Yeah.
You have good friends. I think Tegan and I we're super,
Comedy.
We're funny. We try to laugh at everything. We try to talk about things and it's very helpful, and we're very grateful to our family for that. We are a very external family. We like to talk about things, and not that there's nothing wrong with the sniper, the internal person who processes quietly in the corner.
Sniper, right? Good image.
Okay, two more. Seriously. Okay.
Look, you in the hat, right there. Yeah, you.
Yeah, I'm curious about your songwriting process. I think you're both really pretty talented songwriters. So when you are, do you do, sorry.
No, please. I mean,
You're
that's maybe generous.
fantastic. But I'm curious, do you typically write the lyrics first or the melody first?
Oh, with me, it's really different. Like, I mean, I never write lyrics and then sit down to write a song. In fact, if I ever have that urge to write something really cool, it's almost impossible to put it to music. I find it very hard to work backwards that way. Like for me, it's backwards. I definitely need to find some sort of melody, whether it's on the guitar or the piano, or sometimes I play around in a program called Reason, and I'll create like loops and then transfer it onto like a keyboard or a guitar and sing to it. So, but generally melody and structure comes first for me, and then the lyrics. Sarah works a little differently. She tends to dot.
I mean, I'm not trying to not answer your question.
She is. She doesn't want to use words.
It's different. That's all. There's just sometimes I feel inspired.
Evasive.
Sometimes I like to make instrumentals, and then I like to sing melodies, and then I like to write lyrics. That would be the most common way that I would write songs. Like songs like "Walking with a Ghost" and "Back in Your Head," what I like to call the classics from ancient times. I would have written that way. I would have written an instrumental bed and then written melodies and then lyrics. Okay, one last question. Oh God, you in the black in the middle. God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is horrible. I'm gonna think about this all night. How many people I didn't get to? Okay.
Can you answer Amalie's question? She said her hand up for a really long time.
Did you? I mean,
Oh my God.
I mean, so why don't you make me feel more guilty? I mean, why don't you come down here and slap me across the face?
Thank you for pointing her out. We should bookend this with a question from Amalie. You're right.
Great.
Brilliant question. It's a really good question. Amalie, have you ever been on the zipper? Okay. The zipper's the one where you get into the cage. Usually I would go on it with Sarah. You get in this like cage and it's like a seat, but it's not like a fully formed seat. And then the cage is like on this arm with all these other cages, and then the arm starts going around like this, and then the cage spins like this. Does that sound fun? That was my favorite ride at the
We really liked roller coasters too. What do you like? 19. Does your mom, maybe Desiree can tell? She's not allowed.
Yeah, she's a little.
Now she's gonna be like, ripping through the Stampede being like, Tegan and Sara said that I could go on the zipper, so let's do this. Do you like scary rides or like relaxing rides? The swings.
Oh,
I mean, that's a great one.
Fantastic ride.
That's a great
yeah.
one. Yeah.
The last time I went on the swings, I got sick. And, no, but I think it's something that you can do when you're a kid, and then when you get older, like Sarah, it's harder to do because some sort of equilibrium thing happens. And apparently, you get. Does that make you sad? You don't even believe me. Do you believe me? No.
Okay, I only have one question left, and I'm just gonna ask it to Amalie because I feel so guilty. If you had to guess how old we were, how old do you think we are? Approximately. 19? You're right.